autumn slash fall slash colder months perfumes. A lot of these are also good winter perfumes, but I can't wait until then to tell you about them. I'm just gonna talk about them now. So, like I said, there's 4 of them today. 2 of them are kind of niche, and then 2 of them are more well-known perfumes. So, we are going to start with one of my favorite perfumes, which is called Sandal Wood. And this is by a brand named Heretic. This was actually a collaboration with Dita Von Teese, which is just, I love her so much. And if you could smell this, you would completely understand, like, the collab. It just makes sense. So this was kind of an expensive perfume. I believe this small bottle was like 100 and was it what? I don't remember actually. I'm not gonna speak on it because I don't remember and I don't have it pulled up. But I feel like it was expensive. So this perfume is not for everyone. It's called Sandalwood, and so as you would guess, one of the main notes is sandalwood. This, and honestly, like, it reminds me of like a church basement. It reminds me of like how like an old bar might smell, like a place where a lot of stuff went down. It's really comforting though. I don't know, it reminds me of being a kid in like old buildings and old rooms where like gatherings happened. It's a little bit powdery, but there's mostly like sandalwood there. So let's read what the main accords are. So the main accords listed here are woody, powdery, amber, musky, rose, warm, spicy, sweet, balsamic, aromatic. The notes listed, the top notes are palisandra rosewood, atlas cedar, and coriander. The middle notes are Bulgarian rose, ylang ylang, and the base notes are sandalwood, white musk, myrrh, orris root, and labdanum. So, all of that being said, what I mostly pick up on is sandalwood. Maybe some of that rose in there, but it's pretty woody. It's not something I would typically go for, honestly. I remember I got this a few years ago. I had gotten like a big sample set of like all of Heretic's perfumes, and they are kind of like a pretty harsh smelling, in my opinion, kind of harsh smelling perfume house. They have a few perfumes that have vanilla in the name, and you think it's going to be something, and it ends up being a lot like sharper and harsher than you think it is. But this was the only one that I was really like, oh, I need a full-size bottle of that. And I haven't used it a ton, but you really only need one spray of this. And it's also one of those things where you want to have the right audience for it. Anyone who is sensitive to strong scents probably would not like this. But so on smells, it reminds them of Rose 31 by Lulabo. That's interesting. People who like this perfume also like Black Orchid by Tom Ford, By the Fireplace, Lost Cherry. That makes sense to me. So, this is one of the most recent reviews. This person says, absolutely woody, much more the creamy autumnal sandalwood as an Estee Lauder sensuous than the sharper sinus clearing sandalwood of Sandal 33 that's trendier today. I agree with that. The reason I like this is because there's something controlled about it. When I smelled Sandal 33, it hurt my nose. This doesn't hurt my nose. There's nothing, it's sharp, but there's nothing like screechy about it, and I love that. If you think it sounds like something you would like, I think they still have samples on their website. I don't know if this particular scent was like a one and done thing, but it's so good, and I love Dita Von Teese. Let's see, that's pretty much all there is to say. Let's move on to the next one. So, the next one is Commodity Milk. So, this is another one where the brand Commodity has like a giant sample like set that you can buy, and they have like their base scents, and then they've created like a more intense version of each and a more mellowed out version of each, and I believe this is the middle like base version of Milk. I need my spray. It's a very powerful spray. So this one I'm still kind of undecided on. Again, like I know I mentioned it with some other, like sometimes I get a hint of like bathroom air freshener in certain scents, and this one kind of has that. So there's definitely some sort of like vanilla sweetness going on in here, but I don't know if there's something mixed in there that's making it smell like cheap. The funny thing is, I like this perfume. I've worn it before in the fall and winter because the way that it sits on my skin is different than how it smells out in the air, so keep that in mind. The main accords for this one are sweet, woody, powdery, lactonic, musky, vanilla, aromatic, and amber. So some of the pros listed for this one are that it's great for cold weather, that it's good for layering, that it has an amazing smell on the skin. The cons listed are that it's very strong on the skin. It could be too sweet or bizarre smelling for some people. Kind of one of those perfumes that could cause a headache if you're sensitive to that. And I think those are all really accurate. This one burns my nose a little bit when I smell it out of the bottle like that. The top notes are literally just milk. It just says milk. The middle notes are marshmallow and natural musk. The base notes are tonka bean and mahogany. I can understand like where all those notes are coming from. This one's just an interesting perfume. Like on your skin. Still really good. If you like stuff like By the Fireplace, Cloud, the Sol de Janeiro perfumes, I think you'd like this one. But again, you should probably just smell it in person. Some of the reviews. Okay, so this person says there's something synthetic and sharp about this fragrance. It has like a laughing gas, medicinal smell to it. There is a lactonic milkiness to it, and like a pillowy thing going on as well. But I feel like I'm at the dentist's office when I smell this. I agree. I don't quite have the words to explain what I'm smelling, but it's not bad, but you have to like get used to it a little bit, which is like, what does that say about the perfume? Like, if you have to get used to it, you know, I don't know. I'm still kind of undecided. But let's move on to the next perfume. So, the next one that I have is this perfume here. And this is Mon Guerlain. Please, in every department store, I've literally heard the ladies pronounce it differently. Mon Guerlain, Guerlain. I don't know, but it's by the brand Guerlain. Beautiful bottle. I love this bottle. This reminds me of like the bottles that my grandma would have like on her vanity. This is the 1 ounce bottle. This is the eau de parfum formulation. So this comes in like a toilette. This comes in like another, like a higher level, and they smell differently. So this is the perfume. So a few years ago, around Christmas time, I bought a candle from a Christmas market that was lavender, rosemary, and sage. And I just became obsessed with those sorts of herbal scents, and I really wanted to find a perfume that would kind of smell like that, and this one kind of fits the bill for me. There's definitely, like, lavender is like the star of the show in this. It is a mature smelling scent, so imagine lavender mixed with vanilla. There's something else sweet going on in there, and I can't quite pin it down, but mostly it's just lavender and vanilla. And it's so yummy. Not quite yummy, not quite edible. This is really like what I imagine a perfume to be. I think we've kind of gone off the rails with like all of the gourmand scents. I love them, but this is like truly a perfume. Let me go ahead and read what is the world saying about Mon Guerlain. So, the main accords listed are vanilla, lavender, woody, aromatic, powdery, balsamic, sweet, warm, spicy, fresh, spicy, and iris. So, let's see. So, the perfumer says that they were inspired by the notes of a woman, the choices, emotions, and dreams that embody modern femininity. Lavender and vanilla, I agree. So some of the pros listed are that it combines lavender and vanilla beautifully. I agree 100%. That it's just so well blended. It's very creamy, fluffy. It's very sophisticated. So the cons are, of course, that if you don't like lavender, you're not going to like this. You'll probably mature for me, but it's just so delicious. So some people, so this is a good call out. That is like so corporate speak. What's happening to me? This reminds people of Burberry Goddess. I agree. Doesn't smell exactly the same, but there's something there that's similar. So, okay. Let's see if there are any good reviews. Yeah, people call it soft, pretty, just really classic, feminine. It's, there's vanilla there, but it's not like this crazy, vanilla extract vanilla, which I love, but I know a lot of people don't like that. So, this person says, as soon as I tried on my decant of this, I was reminded of Goddess Burberry, but like it's more powdery and older cousin. Yeah. It's pretty mature, but I really like it. And I'm pretty picky about things like that, so I would recommend it. So, the last perfume I'm gonna show you is kind of a random, probably not very well known brand. This is called Jus d'Amour by Mercedes. So I originally got a sample of this on LuckyScent.com and I really liked it. Definitely not normal, like typical for me. You'll see when I read the notes. It's kind of like a small perfume brand. You can always kind of tell based on the packaging. I could not even tell you what this, I didn't have words for it. Let's see, I'll spray some. So, I had never smelled perfumes. I believe this is, let's see, let me pull it up. So, this has violet and jasmine in it. And I could not figure out what I was smelling. It smells like some sort of like creamy floral mix, just amalgamation of things. And I loved it when I first smelled it, but I just couldn't pinpoint what it was. It was kind of confusing for me. So let me read you the accords because I'm having a hard time describing this one. Woody, green, powdery, vanilla, white floral, violet, fresh, balsamic, musky, and floral.